Imagine a vast, endless Arabian desert, scorching sands stretching toward the horizon, rocky ridges carved by the wind over centuries, silent valleys. In this landscape where life seems impossible at first sight, could one of humanity's oldest traces be hidden? And what if these lands, silent today, echoed with the footsteps of different communities for thousands of years? Who was here 210,000 years ago? What were they searching for, and how did they survive? Faya stands before us as a time threshold carrying all these questions within itself. Located at the intersection of desert and mountains in the Sharjah Emirate of the United Arab Emirates, Faya was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2025. This decision certified the area's extraordinary significance not only archaeologically but also in terms of human history. Although Faya's geography seems harsh and unforgiving at first glance, it actually contains natural advantages that make life possible. Sedimentary layers, erosion-shaped valleys, underground water channels, and natural rock shelters emerged as a result of millions of years of geological processes. For this reason, Faya was not just a random passage point for the first human communities, it became a living space that was repeatedly revisited at certain times. Archaeological findings reveal that human presence in Faya stretches back some 210,000 years. This continuity shows the region was used not only for short-term stays, but also as a safe home when the climate permitted. Excavations have identified 18 separate cultural phases so far. This long timeline, from hunter-gatherer groups to more settled Neolithic communities, proves how central Faya's role is in the human journey. One question researchers still seek to answer is whether there was cultural continuity between the different communities living through these periods. The use of similar stone tool techniques for thousands of years suggests knowledge may have been passed down across generations. On the other hand, it is also strongly believed that groups arriving at different times developed similar solutions to the same geographic conditions. More than 35,000 stone tools found at Faya show the inhabitants knew their environment very well and acted with planning. Especially the special arrowheads called Faya Point represent an advanced stone craftsmanship rarely seen elsewhere. The form and production techniques of these tools show that Faya's people did not use stones randomly. They deliberately selected quality raw materials like chert. This suggests stone procurement was systematic and technological knowledge was quite advanced. Nevertheless, it remains debated to what extent this technology developed at Faya spread to other regions. Although similar techniques are found in the interior of Oman and Arabia, no definitive dispersal map has yet been drawn. This uncertainty keeps alive the question of whether Faya's impact was regional or broader. Faya's story is shaped not only by humans but also by climate. The region cycled between arid and wetter periods about every 20,000 years. These cycles constantly changed water sources, vegetation, and animal diversity. People had to adapt to these changes. Campsites were systematically established close to water routes, indicating a conscious approach to water management. However, exactly how this system worked and how water was conserved remains unclear. It is believed that during some periods of extreme drought, settlements at Faya may have been completely abandoned. These long vacancies were most likely linked to environmental collapses. Still, the precise reasons for these abandonments are still under investigation. Faya's importance becomes even clearer when it comes to human migrations. For a long time, it was thought that the first humans leaving Africa used only coastal routes. But discoveries at Faya show that alternative migration routes passing through interior areas may also have been used. This leads us to reevaluate humanity's dispersal map. From a social structure perspective, information about Faya's first inhabitants is limited, but some clues exist. The layout of camps, separation of tool production areas, and evidence of fire use point to small family groups with a task-oriented, decentralized community structure. However, no clear evidence about leadership systems, population size, or hierarchical organization has been found so far. Some Neolithic finds suggest Faya may have been in contact with other Arabian Peninsula communities. Certain stone types not native to the area indicate the presence of materials brought from afar. This suggests that a primitive trade or cultural exchange network may have been established. Today, all that's visible in Faya is a silent landscape of stone and sand. However, when you close your eyes, you can sense a much older story among the grains carried by the wind. Maybe the breath of a person who walked these same valleys 210,000 years ago still lingers in the air. Faya stands as a living record of humanity's relationship with nature. its adaptability, and its struggle for survival. Each layer is a page, each stone a sentence, and this great book is far from fully read. Future, deeper excavations may reveal even older layers in Faya, still untouched. The ecosystem of the Neolithic, the impact of animal species on human life, daily rituals, and community relations largely remain shrouded in mystery. With all these aspects, Faya is seen not merely as a UNESCO site anymore. It is the Earth's memory, humanity's mirror, and the desert's breath across thousands of years. These lands remind us how humanity's will to exist endured even under the harshest conditions. In the roots of everyone living in the modern world lies the mark of hands that once shaped stone tools in Faya. Faya is still speaking, and humanity is just now beginning to listen to its story. We have witnessed Faya's thousands of years of history together. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think is the most impressive aspect of Faya? I look forward to your comments.